iconic 80s sitcom actresses, and how they look now. Look no further if you've been wondering what your favorite 80s sitcom actresses are up to nowadays. We've collected a list of the ladies we used to love, loathe, or crush on, and you won't believe some of their tales. Danica McKellar, then. Danica McKellar was simply a youngster attending weekend acting training at the Lee Strasberg Institute in Los Angeles before Jimmy Fallon deemed her role as Winnie Cooper to be the greatest chick in any TV program ever. Her most significant role was in The Wonder Years, which aired from 1988 to 1993. McKellar portrayed Fred Savage's pal on the ABC series. It was every bit as terrifying as it sounds. Danica McKellar now. Danica McKellar has talked about her challenge to transition from kid to adult actor after leaving The Wonder Years. She's been able to find employment, although generally in minor supporting roles that endure just a few seasons. McKellar said in 2005 that she was seeking grittier jobs. In addition to performing, McKellar has authored 4 books that inspire middle school students to pursue a career in mathematics. Nicole Eggert, then. Nicole Eggert received her first film part in Rich and Famous at the age of 8. That same year, Eggert provided Margaret's voice in the first animated adaptation of the Dennis the Menace trilogy, Dennis the Menace in Mayday for Mother. Eggert was a regular on Who's the Boss as a close friend of Alyssa Milano's character before obtaining her most known role as Jamie Powell on Charles in Charge. Nicole Eggert now. Nicole Eggert went on to serve as a lifeguard in Baywatch after the conclusion of Charles in Charge in 1990. She's appeared in several made-for-TV and straight-to-video films, as well as presenting the 1989 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards and guest starring on the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Eggert has been seen on series such as Boy Meets World, Gilmore Girls, and the 2010 season of Celebrity Fit Club in recent years. Eggert started her own ice cream truck company in 2014. Priscilla Barnes, then. In 1973, Bob Hope discovered Priscilla Barnes at a local fashion show and gave her a big break. Soon after, she relocated to Los Angeles and started appearing in films such as the new original Wonder Woman, The Seniors, and Delta Fox in minor roles. On Three's Company in 1981, Barnes was cast as Terry Alden, the permanent replacement for Suzanne Summers. Barnes, who had previously failed to break into major parts, became immediately identifiable when she joined Three's Company. Priscilla Barnes now. Priscilla Barnes appeared on the E! True Hollywood Story in 1998 when she said that her time on Three's Company was the 3 worst years of her life, that she was continuously uncomfortable on set, and that she even begged to be freed from her contract, which was rejected. While Terry Alden will always be Barnes's most notable part, she's had her fair share of success in both television and cinema with steady supporting appearances. Geena Davis, then. Geena Davis had her big break in 1982 when director Sidney Pollack hired her as a soap opera actor in his comedy film Tootsie. She was working as a model. She later played Wendy Killian in the 2-season run of the local television comedy Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill was on the air from 1983 until 1984. Davis appeared on episodes of Knight Rider, Riptide, Family Ties, and Remington Steele throughout her early career. Geena Davis now. Geena Davis successfully transitioned from television to cinema in the late 1980s and early 1990s, with appearances in Fletch, The Fly, and Beetlejuice. Davis earned an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in The Accidental Tourist in 1988. Davis left television in the 1990s, only to return in 2000 for 22 episodes of her program, The Geena Davis Program. Davis has recently appeared in Stuart Little, Commander-in-Chief, and a number of other low-budget films. Soleil Moon Frye, then. Soleil Moon Frye started her acting career at the age of 2. Missing Children, A Mother's Story, her debut television film, was released in 1982. Frye worked as a child actor in made-for-TV films until she obtained the part that characterized her career as a child actress. Frye auditioned for the title part of NBC's Punky Brewster at the age of 7, beating out over 3,000 other girls. While the show's ratings were low, Frye's character, Punky, was a tremendous success with the youngsters. Soleil Moon Frye now. Punky Brewster aired for 2 seasons on NBC before being canceled and then bought up by Columbia Pictures Television for another 2 seasons. Soleil Moon Frye has also done some voice work, including the main part in It's Punky Brewster and the character of Zoe in The Proud Family. She had a few comedy cameo roles during the 1990s and has recently added directing and writing to her resume. Marisa Tomei, then. Marisa Tomei started her acting career after dropping out of Boston University to work on the CBS serial opera As the World Turns from 1983 until 1985. She played Marcy Thompson, a contentious adolescent who accused Dr. Bob Hughes of improper behavior. Tomei went on to become a regular in A Different World, a spin-off of The Cosby Show. In 1987, she played Maggie Loughton for 21 episodes before going on to larger and greater things. Marisa Tomei now. Marisa Tomei, one of the most significant and famous names on our list, is no stranger to the big screen, having been in almost every major motion film since the 1990s. Her most well-known roles are My Cousin Vinny in 1992, Anger Management in 2003, The Wrestler in 2008, and Captain America: Civil War in 2016. With over 20 major cinema awards under her belt and more features in the works, Tomei shows no signs of slowing down. Nancy McKeon, then. Nancy McKeon appeared in several advertisements with her brother Philip before landing her big break. In the 1970s, she also had small parts in soap operas before relocating to Los Angeles with her family in 1975. McKeon's ability to cry on cue in a Hallmark greeting card campaign impressed a casting director who cast her as Tomboy Joe on The Facts of Life. Joe, McKeon's character on The Facts of Life, was short-tempered, playful, and endearing. Nancy McKeon now. Nancy McKeon was nearly cast as the titular part of the TV series of Working Girls after her tenure as Joe. Sandra Bullock, who was unknown at the time, was cast in the part. In 1994, McKeon competed for the role of Monica Geller on Friends, but Courtney Cox narrowly defeated her. McKeon appeared in the series Can't Hurry Love, which lasted just 1 season. Her most recent appearance was in the 2011 television film Love Begins. Olivia d'Abo, then. While she is most remembered as Kevin Arnold's rebellious older sister in The Wonder Years, Olivia d'Abo began her career as Princess Jenna in the 1984 movie Conan the Destroyer. Soon after, d'Abo starred in the critically panned romantic drama film Bolero. d'Abo then played hippie Karen Arnold in The Wonder Years for 4 seasons, from 1988 to 1991, and returned as a guest performer twice in the last 2 seasons. Olivia d'Abo now. Since her stint on The Wonder Years, d'Abo has been in several television shows including Star Trek: The Next Generation, Law & Order: Criminal Intent, The Twilight Zone, and Eureka. She's also been on Broadway in films such as The Spirit of 76, Greedy, and The Big Green, and has given voiceover work for a variety of video games and animated programs. Olivia d'Abo, a jack of all trades, has also added a music career and a weekly podcast to her increasing portfolio.